And a big thank you to Mr. McGill and our band. Thanks, guys. At this time, I'd like to call up Willie Shaw for our invocation.
Class of 2024 commencement. My name is Lily Shaw, and I am honored to be able to present this invocation to my classmates, their families, and to all the faculty and administrators. I would like to thank everyone here tonight for pushing us to become who we are today. Teachers, coaches, friends, and families. We couldn't have done it without you and your support. I think I speak for all of my classmates when I say that these past few years have been the most difficult but most fulfilling years of our lives. Together, we have made countless memories that will last us a lifetime, accomplished so many different goals, and grown into the young adults that we are today. It is scary to think that our high school years are over, but this is just the beginning of our journey as we take our first steps down divergent paths. After graduation, we will continue to grow into the amazing citizens we are destined to become. We still have so much more to learn, to achieve, and to give. Life is what you make of it, so live life to the fullest. Continue to make fond and loving memories, and most importantly, know that the world is waiting for us. So use your talents to make your dreams come true and leave your mark. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2024.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome members of the Board of Education, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Joseph Kardash, our faculty, guests, and students to this celebration for the class of 2024. Big thank you to Lily Shaw, who got us started delivering the invocation. I also have some other acknowledgments to make that I'll take this time to do that. Obviously, a big thank you to the band, Mr. McGill and our band. They did a great job bringing us in. Big thank you to the teachers here at Rensselaer Junior Senior High School. And then we had a bunch of people who were really behind the scenes, kind of put this whole ceremony together. So my secretary, Miss Anne Marie Columbi, our guidance counselors, Brandy Sensi and Stephanie Gardenier. Big thank you to our Teresa Stazak and the maintenance crew for taking care of everything today. Deb Scalar, our senior class advisor. And then a handful of others that really helped make this ceremony run smooth. Jackie Leonard, Mary Mahar, Tricia Steck, Donna Bushy, Lisa Bowen, Tracy Faust, and all else who assisted in organizing the ceremony. So a big thank you for everybody there. And one last thank you to our school community organizations that have so generously supplied scholarships to our seniors. We give most of the scholarships out at the awards ceremony. We do have a handful here today at graduation, and we'll take care of those after a couple of the speakers. So, parent recognition. Our parents play an important role in their child's education. A tradition here at Rensselaer, and one that the senior class would like to continue, is the recognition of our parents and guardians. So at this time, we'd like to take a moment, have our seniors up here recognize our parents and guardians that have helped you get to this point. So a big round of applause for them. Before we move on to the speeches, I just wanted to say a couple words. Anybody who knows me knows I do keep it short. So I've had the pleasure of knowing and working with this great group of students at Rensselaer Junior Senior High School. I've seen their growth in all roles, and they really are a great group of young adults. They've experienced many successes as individuals and as groups. They're very active in extracurricular activities. They're also involved in plays, concerts, clubs, and organizations. Your family and friends in the district are very proud of you and all your accomplishments. You have worked through adversity successfully. This is something that you can remember and look back on to use to get through the tough times in your life. So a big congratulations for our seniors. At this time, I'd like to call Mr. Kardash for a few words.
Good evening. Welcome to the biggest event that happens every year at this school. It's something really worthy of getting excited about. I know in the past couple of days, I've seen some pre-K graduations, kindergarten graduation, 5th grade moving up. Everyone brings the excitement, brings the passion. There's a lot to be excited about. And I have no doubt that tonight we're going to hear a lot more of that excitement coming from the crowd. One of the big questions you ask in high school or in any education, how do we measure success? Lots of people have test scores, other metrics. Those are important, but they're not. The test score you got in high school is not what's going to guide you through life. It's one piece that'll prepare you. I would argue that our graduates' values are a huge measure of what success they're going to have. Those values are instilled by parents, family, community, family, all the staff here, each other. Those values are developed over time. I think if you listen very carefully to what our students get excited about, what these guys talk about, what they'll say in their speeches, you're going to find some common threads. This class, I was just asked 5 minutes before the ceremony, what makes this class special. Here's a couple bullets. This class wants to be inspired. They want to know who or what will inspire them to move to the next level. They're not waiting, they're not sitting, they're looking for that inspiration to move forward. Inspiration is far more powerful than a kick in the butt, trust me. This class is ready to give thanks. You hear them say thank you all the time. They appreciate the things that everyone has done for them. They know that they didn't get here on their own and they won't move forward in life on their own. You'll hear them give thanks to teachers, coaches, friends, and families for pushing them, for supporting them, for helping them, for putting up with them. Just in the speeches tonight. But if you listen to their conversations after tonight, you'll still hear the same theme. Every year during rehearsal, I have the privilege of sharing my little tidbit that my dad gave me, which was work hard, then play. And it's really important to do both and do them in that order. This class listened and didn't even laugh at me when I gave them a little piece of advice, my dad's pearls of wisdom. But I think they didn't laugh at me because when you look at their values, they're ready to go make memories, to leave their legacy along the way. They want to go make their mark. After they get inspired, they're ready to work hard and move on. This class has those things that are tailor-made for future success in life. I was asked, why am I proud of this class? And I'll give the same answer as to why I'm proud of my son, who's also graduating this year. It's not because he made it to graduation, and it's not because you guys made it to graduation. It's because you're ready for the next challenge that you're going to face after tonight, and everything that's going to come at you, you are going to tackle it and make your legacies. And that makes all of us beam with pride. Everyone in the audience, everyone that has taught you, everyone that's even remotely involved in our school. So I'm going to keep my speech short. That's what I have to say. I'm going to cede the remainder of my time to Mr. Preston because he has a lot more interesting things to say than I do. Thank you very much, guys.
Next up, our senior address, Izaiah Johnson.
Good evening, esteemed faculty, beloved parents and siblings, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Today is the day that we walk this stage and leave behind the era of our life that has made us the great people we are today. When I heard that I had the honor of giving this speech, it was just as nerve-wracking as it was exciting. Even though I eventually knew this day would come, I didn't think it would arrive so quickly. But now, here I am, after many drafts and many emails, ready to share my speech with all of you. When we started high school, we were in the middle of a worldwide pandemic. Freshman year consisted of weeks spent rotting at home, sleeping during Google Meets, and other decisions that we all regret to this day. Because of this craziness, many of us didn't even see each other until the year after, when we were finally able to drop the masks that somehow hid our identities. Although that year was a crazy start to high school, we made it through, and we are here today to tell the tale. I also give all my respect to the teachers and staff who persevere to educate their students in the hybrid model. As we continued high school, I think I can say that it wasn't anything we could have expected. There were many ups and downs, from making it through the transition back to normal school from hybrid during sophomore year, to surviving chemistry in junior year, and deciding about our futures in senior year. As we move into our future and the things that are to come for all of us, we can't leave today without thanking the people who got us here. I want to thank the teachers and staff for putting up with us, and I want to thank all of the families who supported and pushed us to this point. I want to personally thank Mrs. Frasco and Mrs. Shack for being such great teachers and for their dedication toward me when I needed it. I also want to say a special thank you to my mom, because without her unending love and support, I would not be the person you are seeing today on this stage. Finally, I am proud of my fellow graduating class of 2024. Thank you.
Thank you, Xavier. I'd like to call Seth Krause, who will be introducing our guest speaker.
Good evening, Superintendent Kardash, Mr. Pitt, board members, teachers, families, and guests. I'm Seth Krause, a member of the graduating class of 2024. It is with great pride and honor that I was given the task of introducing our speaker tonight, not only because he was one of our teachers who we look up to, but because he was once like us. Mr. Joel Preston started dreaming of his future right here at Rensselaer High School. Graduating in 1986, he played sports, participating in football, basketball, and track and field. He will be leaving the halls of Rensselaer High School once again in 2024 after coming back to teach at his alma mater for 27 years. During his years teaching here, he gave back and inspired us to work hard and achieve our dreams, despite the many obstacles we encountered or how difficult the tasks were. Mr. Preston enlisted in the United States Marine Corps after high school and served our country for 4 years. During his 4 years, he was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, Somalia, East Africa, and Toro, California. While in the Marines, Mr. Preston served during Operation Desert Storm in Iraq, and we gratefully thank you for your service, Mr. Preston. After serving our country, Mr. Preston enrolled in college to pursue his dream of becoming a physical educator, just like his father, Norm Preston. He attended Hudson Valley Community College, SUNY Portland, and Russell Sage College, earning degrees from each. Mr. Preston began his career in the Rensselaer City School District in 1997. He assumed his father's position of head coach and PE teacher, which came with large expectations. Mr. Preston took on the challenge with gusto. When students came into his class and asked what they were playing, Coach Preston was known for saying, "We're going to choose sides and take turns smelling armpits." Mr. Preston was a caring teacher who pushed students to reach their highest potential, not only on the sports field, but also in the classroom. During his years teaching here, Mr. Preston has coached many sports, including JV football, modified and JV basketball, varsity bowling, and girls track and field. However, what he is most recognized for is coaching varsity football. He took over the program after his father's retirement in 2005 and continued coaching until 2022. During his time as varsity football coach, Mr. Preston led the Rams to 10 consecutive sectional playoffs, including 6 consecutive Class D Super Bowls. He also secured 3 Section 2 Class G championships, as well as being named 3 times for the Section 2 Class D Coach of the Year in 2008, 2009, and the 2012 season. His family, wife Peg, and children Jake, Michael, and Lauren are all extremely proud of him and his accomplishments. His son Jake is now continuing the family business of teaching physical education and is also the head coach of varsity football at his school. May we be inspired by his life with the hopes that in 10 or 20 years from now, there might be one of this year's graduates inspiring those who come after us. Mr. Preston will be missed by the students and staff here at Rensselaer High School and wish him the best in his retirement. Please help me welcome with a warm round of applause our guest speaker for tonight, Coach Joel Preston.
I want to get a good view on talking to you guys. Thank you, faculty, family, and friends, former students, and most importantly, the class of 2024. Tonight, my message to you is inspired by the work of Admiral William McRae. I'm a Rensselaer kid like you. My playground was a hollow. I played Rensselaer Little League, Pop Warner football, CYO basketball, and hung out with my friends at Handy Andy's and 8th Street Park. It's been almost 38 years to the day since I graduated from RHS. I remember a lot of things about that day. I remember I had a throbbing headache from a party the night before. I remember thinking I was going to play college football. I remember I had a job at Price Chopper on East Street, which is now Amtrak parking lot. Of all the things I remember about that day, I don't have a clue who the commencement speaker was, and I certainly don't remember what they said. So acknowledging that fact, I can't make it memorable. I'll try to make it short. So you and I started at the same place. And what starts here can change the world. Tonight there are about 70 students graduating from RHS. I read somewhere that the average American will meet 10,000 people in their lifetime. That's a lot of folks. But if every one of you changed the lives of just 10 people, and each one of those 10 people changed the lives of another 10 people, then another 10, and then in 5 generations, 125 years, the class of 2024 will have changed the lives of over 80 million people. Think about that. A couple of more generations, that's almost half the world. If you think it's hard to change the lives of 10 people, you're wrong. I saw it happen time and time again while serving my country. In Mogadishu, Somalia, a young corporal riding security in a convoy sees someone running out of a dark alley in a crowded street, carrying and pointing what looks like a rifle. This young Marine locks in, but does not fire. It turns out it was a kid pretending his stick was a rifle. Because he did not fire, that Marine changed the life of that young boy, his future children, and his children's children. Not to mention that boy's family.
Come on, Coach, take your time.
Generations were saved by one decision by one person. Not every example is as scary, but your decisions matter. No matter how big or how small, it can happen anywhere, and anyone can do it. Alexander Milne said, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." So the question is, what will the world look like after you change it? I am confident that it will look much better. So because we started in the same place, I have a few suggestions for you that will help you on your way to a better world. And while some of these lessons were learned during my time in the Marine Corps, I can assure you that it matters not whether you serve the day in uniform. It matters not your gender, your ethnicity, or religious background, your orientation,
or social status. Our struggles in this world are similar. And the lessons to overcome these struggles and to move forward, changing ourselves and changing the world around us, will apply to all. I have been a teacher and a coach for 30 years, but success really didn't start for me until I arrived in Parris Island, South Carolina. Recruit training is 13 weeks of hell while being constantly harassed by professionally trained warriors who seek to find the weak of mind and body and eliminate them from ever becoming a Marine. But the training also seeks to find those students who can lead in an environment of constant stress, chaos, failure, and hardship. To me, recruit training was a lifetime of challenges and life lessons crammed into 3 months. So here are 10 lessons I learned from my experiences in life that hopefully will be of value to you as you move forward in yours. Every morning, the drill instructors would storm in. We had about 30 seconds to get up, get dressed, and make our bed. It had to be done a certain way and to perfection. It seemed ridiculous and pointless at the time, considering the fact we were training to be warriors, not housekeepers. But the wisdom of this simple act has been proven time and time again. You see, if you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task and another and another. And by the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. Making your bed will also reinforce the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never be able to do the big things. And if by chance you have had a miserable day, you have come home to a bed that is made, a bed that you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So if you want to change your world, start off by making your bed. Was night land navigation. Platoons were split up into fire teams and given one compass and only one map. The fire team usually has a minimum of 4 Marines. It is impossible to navigate this course alone in the dark, so everyone must do their part, whether it's spotting, reading the map, compass, or counting out the paces to the next terrain feature. So if you want to change the world, you must realize that you can't do it alone. You will need some help. And to truly get from your starting point in life to your destination takes friends, colleagues, and the goodwill of strangers, as well as a good compass to guide you as you navigate your life. Marine recruits come in all shapes and sizes and from everywhere. During the first 3 weeks, the 2 biggest guys in the platoon also had the biggest mouths. Early on, these 2 gentlemen were perceived to be the toughest and the leaders. But as time went by, we quickly found out that was not true. Recruit training is a great equalizer. Nothing mattered but your will to succeed. Not the color of your skin, not your background, not your social status. So if you want to change the world, measure a person only by the size of their heart and the content of their character. Several times a week, the drill instructors would line up the platoon and do a uniform inspection. It was exceptionally thorough. Everything had to be perfectly starched and pressed. Buckles and boots had to be shiny and void of any smudges, and your weapon had to be perfectly clean. But it seemed no matter how much time and effort you put into it, it just wasn't good enough. The drill instructor would find something wrong. For failing uniform inspection, the recruit had to report to the sandbox and do exercises until he was covered in sand and sweat, and that is how he would spend the rest of the day. The effect was known as sugar cooking. There were many recruits that just couldn't accept the fact that all their efforts were in vain, that no matter how hard they tried to get it right, they would still fail. Those recruits usually didn't make it through training. Those recruits didn't understand the purpose of the drill. You're never going to succeed. You're never going to have a perfect uniform. The instructors weren't going to allow it. sometimes no matter how well you prepare, how well you perform, you still wind up as a sugar cookie. That's just the way life is sometimes, guys. So if you want to change the world, get over being a sugar cookie and keep moving forward. Every day during training, we were challenged with multiple physical events, long runs, obstacle courses, hours of calisthenics and marching, something designed to test your mettle. Every event has standards you have to meet. If you failed to meet those times, your name was put on a list. And at the end of the day, everyone on the list was invited to a circus. The circus was 2 hours of additional calisthenics designed to wear you down, to break your spirit, to force you to quit. No one wanted a circus. The circus meant that for that day you didn't measure up. A circus meant more fatigue and pain, and that meant the following day would be more difficult, and that more circuses were likely. At some point during training, everyone made the circus list. But an interesting thing happened to those who were constantly on the list. Over time, during this chaos, those recruits got stronger and stronger. The pain of those circuses built inner strength and resiliency. So if you want to change the world, understand that life is filled with circuses and that you will fail. You will likely fail often. It will be painful and discouraging at times. We were required to run an obstacle course. The course contains 25 obstacles, including a 10-foot wall, a 30-foot cargo net, 25-foot rope, to name a few. But the most challenging obstacle was the slide for life. It had a 30-foot tower on one end and a one-level tower at the other with a 200-foot-long rope in between. You had to climb the tower, and once at the top, you grabbed the rope, swung underneath the rope, and pulled yourself hand over hand until you got to the other end. The record for the course was considered unbeatable until one recruit decided to go down the slide for life head first. Instead of swinging underneath and inching his way down, he bravely mounted the top of the rope and crawled down head first. It was a dangerous move, and failure could have meant injury or being dropped from the platoon. But without hesitation, this recruit slid down the rope dangerously fast. By the end of the course, he had broken the record. So if you want to change the world, sometimes you have to slide down life's obstacles head first. In 1992, I was deployed to Africa for a humanitarian crisis. It was during that time that I worked and became friends with 4 Navy SEALs. During our many hours together, we traded stories, but honestly, it was me listening to their adventures. They told me about the night swim. This is training in the dark ocean off the coast of San Diego. Before the swim, the instructors would brief them about all the species of sharks that inhabit those waters. They assured them that no student had ever been eaten by a shark, at least none that they could remember. But what they also taught is that if a shark begins to circle your position, stand your ground, don't swim away, do not be afraid. If a shark, hungry for a midnight snack, darts towards you, then summon up all your inner strength and punch him in the snout, and he will turn and swim away. There are a lot of sharks in the world, guys. If you hope to complete the swim, you will have to deal with them. So if you want to change the world, don't be afraid of the sharks. For many Marines, one of the scariest parts of training is the gas chamber. The platoon is formed up outside the gas chamber, a small cinder block hut that is hot and poorly lit with no windows. Recruits are given quick instructions on how to don and clear the mask, then herded like cattle into a dark hut. During the chaos of pushing and listening to the instructions while stumbling in the dark wearing a gas mask, every recruit must figure out that in the dark, when you are choking and blind, that is the time when you must remain calm and composed, when your inner power and physical strength must be brought to bear. So if you want to change the world, be at your very best during the darkest moments. In the third and final phase of recruit training, Marines must complete a test called the Crucible. The Crucible covers 48 miles over 52 hours, carrying 50 pounds of gear with just 6 hours of sleep and and only 2 meals. The crucible culminates with a march up a 700-foot mountain called the Reaper. By this time, every Marine is spent. Lack of sleep and nutrition, along with mental fatigue from drill instructors, have taken their toll. Looking up and down the column of struggling recruits, it was apparent that some were about to give up. They weren't going to make it. The sun was starting to come up, and we hadn't even reached the base of the mountain. We were cold and wet. Many were ready to give up. The chattering teeth and shivering moans of the recruits was so loud it was hard to hear anything. And then, one voice began to echo through the night. One voice, raised in song. Although it was terribly out of tune, it was sung with great enthusiasm. One voice became 2. 2 became 3, and before long, we were all singing. We kept on singing, and somehow the mountain seemed a little flatter, the dawn seemed a little closer, and the top seemed not so far away. If I have learned anything from my time and experience on this earth, it's the power of hope. The power of one person, a Washington, a Lincoln, a King, a Mandela. One person can change the world by giving people hope. So if you want to change the world, start singing when it seems like all hope is gone. Finally, my SEAL friends told me about the bell, a brass bell that hangs from the center of the compound for all students to see. All you have to do to quit is to ring the bell. Ring the bell, you no longer have to wake up at 4 a.m. Ring the bell, and you no longer have the freezing cold swims. No longer have to endure the hardships of training. All you have to do is ring the bell to get out. So if you want to change the world, don't you ever, ever ring that bell. To the class of 2024, you are moments away from graduating, moments away from beginning your journey through life, moments away from starting to change the world for the better. It will not be easy, but you are the class of 2024, the class that can affect the lives of more than 80 million people in the next century. My advice to you is, start each day with a task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair and that you will fail. But if you take some risks, step up when times are the toughest, face down the bullies, and in times of darkness be the light, and never, ever give up. If you do these things, the next generation and the generations that follow will live in a world far better than the one we have today. And what started here will indeed have changed the world for the better. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Preston. Next portion of our ceremony will be the awards, followed by diplomas. So, for our first award, this portion of the program is dedicated to students who have achieved an 85 or above average at Rensselaer Junior Senior High School, and our graduating seniors are recognized with a gold letter R, which is placed on their diplomas. So I'm going to read off the names. I'd ask that you hold your applause for the end, and when I read your name, please stand. Christopher Carter, Catherine Darby, Gregory Davies, Cara House, Taisha Howard, Napoleon II, Estelle Krause, Seth Krause, Lydia Jaw, Finnegan Lynch, Ashley Paquin, Xavier Rosario, Lily Shaw, and Giovanni Scudo. Big round of applause for us. Our next award is a Curious Scholarship. The scholarship is intended for students who are continuing their education and pursuing a degree in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, also commonly known as STEM. We have 2 scholarships this evening that will be given out to students who will be pursuing their education at the associate's level and bachelor degree level. Our first recipient is at the top of the class and has excelled inside and outside of the classroom. He has been an exemplary member of the engineering program throughout his high school career and has a natural talent for creating and designing. He will attend SUNY Polytechnic Institute in Utica in the fall and will major in engineering. Congratulations, Seth Krause. Our second recipient has worked hard to achieve her goals and overcome adversity. She has always been a curious student and enjoys working hands-on inside the classroom. She has been an excellent student in the civil engineering and architecture and design course. She will attend Hudson Valley Community College in the fall and major in mechanical engineering. Congratulations, Kara Hulse. Next up, former teacher, former everything here at Rensselaer, Jim Cochran. Come on up, Jim. You got a couple of this.
Good evening, everyone. I don't know if I was all everything, but I was on the faculty from 1971 to 2002, which class of 2024 means I probably taught most of your relatives, and scarily maybe a grandparent or 2. Coach Preston gave you some great words of advice. I'd like to add one thing. It's now your turn to change the world. It's a big responsibility. Please, please take that responsibility seriously. May you all do well, but more importantly, may each of you do good. I'd like to congratulate the members of the faculty and staff who are retiring tonight. You are in the business for the right reasons, and many of us know that. Thank you. And now to the business at hand. The year was 1998, and to commemorate the 50th anniversary of its graduation, the class of 1948 decided to create an award to recognize the hard work of 2 seniors. 1998 was reportedly the 100th anniversary of the establishment of the high school here in the city of Rensselaer, hence the name of the award, the Centennial Award. Tonight's recipients were selected on the recommendation of a committee composed of teachers, administrators, counselors, and a representative of the Alumni Association, not me. It's now my pleasurable duty to announce those recipients. This student has been very active and involved here at Rensselaer, involved in student council, Key Club, Drama Club, Students Against Destructive Decisions, girls varsity soccer, basketball, track and field, Country Mills Eagles AAU track and field, dance class, and a church organization. Among all these, she found time to assist PTA in many activities, including trunk or treat. Congratulations, Lily Shaw. Our second recipient is another student who has been involved in many, underlined and italicized, many activities. A member of Builders Club, Key Club, Junior National Honor Society, National Honor Society, Bridge Builders Club, Little League, East Greenbush Soccer Club, Modified Varsity Cross Country, outdoor track and field, varsity wrestling, concert and jazz band. He takes private lessons from Rocky at Rocky's Music Studio. Rocky is a great guy. He's also involved in martial arts class, sporter and junior rifle at Nassau Sportsman's Club, driver education, and the HVCC pre-calculus class. It says here, occasionally he took time out to eat and sleep. He hopes to become an electrical engineer to work for the betterment of humanity and the advancement of technology that will assist humanity. Congratulations, Seth Krause. The next award bears the name of someone known to many of us from the city. I'm personally honored to bestow it tonight. Her family and my family were friends for many years. When she was in high school, another former student, she was actively involved in just about everything. And that spirit carried over into many, many city events and projects over the years. The high school and the city were better off for her enthusiastic efforts. She left us a couple of years ago, much too soon. The recipient of the second annual Deb Ryman Community Spirit Award is characterized thusly. The student came to Rensselaer in 2022 and immediately immersed herself in the community. She is a great role model, a good friend who is respectful and kind to all she meets. She's a hard worker and constantly pushes herself to be the best version of herself. She's given back to the community in many numerous ways, including volunteering at many events. She will be attending Pratt Institute to major in film. Congratulations, Lily Shaw. To conclude my portion for tonight, I have another award to present, and it's another privilege. I knew Pat Lewis and his future wife, Judy, when we were in high school, and their 4 children, Scott, Paul, Brian, and Amanda, were students in my classes over the years. In order to be considered for the Pat Lewis Award, the recipient has to be a 4-year Rensselaer High student who carried a 2.5 or higher GPA, a student athlete who's moving on to college or a service academy, and someone who's has been involved in a community or volunteer organization. His resume tonight: he's a well-rounded student and a role model for the community. He's volunteered his time with the Rensselaer Little League and hopes to play ball for the Cardinals of SUNY Plattsburgh, where he will be majoring in fitness and wellness, working toward a minor in nutrition. Congratulations, Jack Melchior. Congratulations again to the class of 2024, especially to the family, friends, and faculty who supported you all along the way. Go get them.
Our next presenter, I'd like to call up our SRO, Officer Rohr. Come on up.
I cannot honestly put into the right words what it means to me to be up here presenting this scholarship. The scholarship is for the Edward L. Whitfield Memorial. But he was a close personal friend, and he is the reason that I chose to come to this city to work as an officer. For those that don't know Ed grew up in the city of Rensselaer. He later was a corrections officer for the state. Then he became a police officer here in the city of Rensselaer, and then transferring to the town of East Greenbush. In addition, while off duty from the police departments, Ed also protected residents of the Rensselaer city and the town of East Greenbush as a volunteer fireman. Ed lived for his family, his friends, his chosen profession. During his 10-year career in law enforcement, he served with honesty, integrity, loyalty, and was highly admired by all. He trained with an intensity that gave all who knew him comfort that he was part of a team. He believed in the brotherhood. His unquestioning faith and dedication to law enforcement made us all call him brother. On August 15th, 2010, Officer Wickoff died tragically while participating in a benefit motorcycle ride for combat veterans. This scholarship is dedicated to the memory of Officer Edward L. Wickoff. It is fitting that the recipient of this award, at her core, has the same value system. This year's recipient has been a valued student, member of the Career and Technical Criminal Justice program located at the Robert H. Gibson School. During the past 2 years, the student has excelled academically and was named as part of the National Technical Honor Society. In addition, she attended and completed at Skills USA, which she did win, for showcasing her technical skills in the criminal justice field. Next year, she will attend Siena College in the fall, majoring in cybersecurity and homeland security. Congratulations, Sarah Johnson.
In our last scholarship here tonight, the S.A. Dunn and Company Scholarship. So the past year, I've had the pleasure of getting to know these exceptional students. One of the great things about working in a smaller district is you get to know your students very well. I have seen tremendous growth in each one of these students throughout their high school career. They have strived to achieve and have persevered to get to where they are today. They are the future actor, an elementary school teacher, an engineer, an attorney, and a leader. I have no doubt these top 5 driven individuals will have a bright future and will continue to make a positive impact on their communities. So I'm going to announce all 5. We'll hold our applause till the end. Congratulations, Xavier Rosario, Cassidy Darby, Seth Krause, Finnegan Lynch, and Lydia Jaw. Thanks, you guys. All right. Here we go. This is what everybody's been waiting for anyway. We didn't do bad. We got there pretty quick. First row, please stand. At this time, I'd like to ask Ms. Andres to please come on up stage. Ms. Andres, one of our board members, 11 years. She'll be presenting the diplomas here tonight. She's just finished up her last term. Big round of applause for Ms. Andres. Okay, I'll announce the students. They'll go down and receive their diploma, go down and see Ms. Millar, who has a flower for them, and they'll take that out to a special somebody in the crowd. Okay? I think we look good to go over there. All right, here we go. Xavier Marquise Rosario. Estelle Lynn Faith Krause. Lydia Gilarducci Joel. Lily Josephine Shaw. Giovanni Angelo Studo. Mackenzie Ray Hennessy. Seth Tyler Krause. Shahab Mahmoud Mahami Al-Naqi. Cassidy Elise Darby. Finnegan Joseph Lynch.
Number 2, the second one.
Karen
Nope,
Ann
top of the board.
Pulse.
Right here. Yeah, all the way up, but I don't think, yeah, that's better lighting, thanks. Thanks.
Christopher Tyzon Anthony Carter. Ashley Elizabeth Paquin. Jack Melchior. Nicholas Hussey. Safar Kamora Plato. Yeah, we get a little bit of downtime when we go row by row, so you only got to do this 3 more times. All right, first row, please sit. Let's have our second row, please stand. Nevaeh Landon. Stone Cold. Zoe Grace Maloney. Shayla Lene Lynch. Sui Sung. Tyler Adam Ryder. Laurel Ann Storm. Jade Elaine Conyers. Holly Lynn Matthews. Tyler John Clancy. Shah Law. Sarah Galani. Ronald Floyd McCoy III. Jocelyn Rose Teal. Eric Bates. Cameron Brown. With the second row, please sit. With the third row, please stand. Ariana Christine Johnson. Michael Joseph Ogle. Trinity Sky Burrows. Gregory Scott Davies, Jr. Tessa Marie Policino. Elijah Edwards. Alexis Dominique Perotti. David Michael Lauer. Taisha Howard. Nikolai Machiavelli Sherwood. Shamel Jackson. Tay Paul. Ariana Marie Kellogg. Austin Blue. Kiori Renice Rich. Morgan Alexa Sawyer. Okay, third row, please be seated. And our fourth row, please stand. Mackenzie Rose Villegas. James Dennis. Marcus Aiden Richardson. Joseph McCormick. Harmony Santana Law. Kamani Dayara Sangeet Jr. Min Jaw. I think we might have a little guest coming in at this point. So stepping in to present Izaiah Johnson his diploma, his brother, Devin Hennessy. Jacob Gordon Jones. Gabrielle Lynn Marie De Jesus. Trey Anastasio Lejeune. Haley Fontanelli. Josh Hearn. Napoleon 2. Jarmel Jaquan Lewis Romero. Kenyon Eric Milliken. Big round of applause for our last row there. Row four. At this point, I'd like to ask all the graduates to please stand. And let's give them one more big round of applause for our graduates. Please be seated. Okay, at this point, I'd like to call Cassie Darby for our farewell address.
Ladies and gentlemen, faculty, proud parents, and most importantly, the class of 2024. Today is a day of celebration, reflection, and anticipation. As we gather here to mark the end of our high school journey, we stand on the threshold of new beginnings, with memories, lessons, and friendships that have shaped us over the past 4 years. From our first day as freshmen, navigating our half online and half in-person schools, to seniors moving on to their next adventure, we have grown and experienced so much together. We've seen success in academics, excelled in sports, showcased our talented arts, and volunteered to make our community a better place. These achievements are a testament not only to our hard work, but also to the unwavering support of our teachers, families, and friends. As we prepare to step into the next chapter of our lives, whether it's college, a gap year, workforce, or other endeavors, we carry with us the lessons we've learned within these walls. We've been taught to think critically, to challenge the status quo, to show compassion, and to persevere. The world beyond these doors is vast and filled with opportunities. It is also a world that needs our courage, creativity, and commitment more than ever. We have the power to shape the future, to bring positive change, to be leaders, innovators, and change makers. Remember, success is not only measured by the titles we earn or the wealth we accumulate, but by the impact we have on others and the legacy we leave behind. Strive to be kind, curious, courageous. Embrace failure as a stepping stone toward growth and never lose sight of your goals. To my fellow graduates, as we bid farewell to this chapter, let's do so with gratitude and hope. Let's cherish the memories we've made and look forward to the countless possibilities that lie ahead. Let's support one another and continue to build on a strong foundation we've laid for you. Like Nicki Minaj once said, go to school, graduate, and get your own. Because when it's all said and done, people can say what they want to say about you, but they can't take it from you. The future is ours to create. Thank you.
All right, graduation is sometimes viewed as an end, but it is a beginning. Ahead for you lies many challenges and opportunities. It is my hope that you take advantage of these opportunities. Remember the good friendships and the good times that the Rensselaer community has provided you over these years. My best wishes for the graduates of the class of 2024. All right, we get to call up Finnegan Lynch now. Come on up, Finn. Finn will take us through the moving of the tassel. So, what do you think? We'll have everybody stand? All right, everybody stand up.
The tassel before graduation is placed on the right side. It symbolizes our time as a student of Rensselaer High School. As we move the tassel to the left side, it confirms our newfound status as high school graduates. At this time, I would like you all to join me in this honored tradition.